हमारे साथ है मिनिस्टर ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स मिस्टर वीरप्पा मोइली, जिनको अभी पावर मिनिस्टर का एडिशनल चार्ज दिया गया है। मिस्टर मोइली को एक विजनरी नेता के तौर पर जाना जाता है। वो जिस मिनिस्ट्री में भी गए हैं उन्होंने वहां पर बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव्स लिए हैं, एक विजन दी है। आइए उनसे बात करते हैं। सर, वेलकम टू आवर शो। आपको सर पावर मिनिस्टर का जो चार्ज दिया गया है आज उस पॉइंट पे दिया गया है जब काफी चैलेंजेस हैं पावर सेक्टर के सामने, स्पेशली अभी जो इतना बड़ा पावर फेलियर देखा है पूरे देश ने। सर, ऐसे पॉइंट पर जब कहा जा रहा है कि जो इंडिया के जो ग्रोथ स्टोरी है उसमें सबसे बड़ा जो बॉटलनेक इस वक्त है वो पावर है, कैसे आप इस चैलेंज को देख रहे हैं और क्या आपके सामने क्या प्रायोरिटी है, क्या विजन है आपका इस मिनिस्ट्री के लिए?
You know, the power ministry is an important crucial ministry. I would rather say that's the soul of development of a nation, because the GDP many a time, rallies around the power situation and power efficiency and the power adequacy. And my idea is that, of course, the 12th five-year plan is a big agenda. There's an increased target of 80,000 megawatt of power. And this will definitely, they take the country to a different horizon insofar as the development is concerned. When that too, the very core theme of the 12th five-year plan is fastest growth and inclusive growth. Perhaps the power sector is one such segment of the development which will fully meet our response to that kind of a demand of a nation or national aspiration, like fastest growth and inclusive growth. And in that case, we would like to, it's not just enough to have a quantum jump in the power growth. It's also necessary that you need to give the quality of power to the people, consistency and certainty of power. And that is what people, because ultimately whether it is planning by the farmer or manufacturing unit or industrialist or a trader, ultimately you should know how much power in a day he will have a power budget.
सर, आपकी क्या टॉप प्रायोरिटी होगी ऐसे समय पर जब रिसेंटली कंट्री ने एक बड़ा ग्रिड फेलियर फेस किया है? रेटिंग एजेंसी मूडीज का कहना है कि इंडिया के लिए सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज जो है इस वक्त जो है वो पावर है। पावर जो फेलियर हुआ रिसेंट, उसका क्रेडिट पे काफ़ी नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़ पर। सर, कैसे आप इसको टैकल करेंगे? क्या आपकी टॉप प्रायोरिटी है?
Accident do happen in a man's life, in a society life and also in the nation's life. Just because some sudden abruptly some accident take place, that cannot, change the antenna of the growth or a development, as Mr. And I think the Moody agency, I think should not have come to that immediate conclusion. They must also see that, the 2001 such disruption has taken place, not that it is new. After 12 years it is happening today. And in states, the Pakistan, and many of the countries, such things happened, but it took 4 days, 5 days to restore back the normalcy. But that has not happened. There is an inbuilt capacity which is built in the system of the power system in the country. Within 24 hours we could restore back the system. And the power supply in all the three grids affected by the disturbance was restored by 8 p.m. On 31st July itself. And thereafter it has been restored to normalcy, the stable power supply, and this will not recur back again.
Yeah.
If not longer period, but at least for another 10-15 years it will not happen.
या आपने जैसे कहा, आपने पहले कहा कि ये ग्रिड फेलियर दोबारा नहीं होगा, तो क्या कैसे इंश्योर करेंगे आपने?
No, with our full, I am the fully armed with the full facts and evidence, because even today I spent, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. I visited the Power Grid Corporation, and there the system is working, and I could witness, got a presentation, and I have ensured that, this will not happen again. And, we are putting in systems, it's not only one factor, there are factors like the, the power, the overloading by the respective states, which we need to take it to consideration. There is some violation of the power grid rules and the guidelines, and apart from the contributory factor of overdrawal by some of the states, this is also a case of systemic deficiency. But this kind of an accident will not occur again and again. There is a inbuilt system. In fact, inbuilt system to withstand such exigencies, it is already there. And of course, the issue regarding the carrying capacity of each line, that is again a question of concern. And, this needs to be reviewed, and it will have to be ensured that the carrying capacity is strictly followed. You cannot have excess load in that particular line.
But this is a constant problem, sir. ये दोबारा से recur हो सकती है, दोबारा से आ सकती है. तो ऐसी situation में क्या दोबारा?
No. That is what I said. There is inbuilt system to respond to such exigencies. It cannot happen again. This has happened for various other factors, which of course I am making a probe by appointing a committee under the chairmanship of CES, Central Electricity Authority, and I have constituted a committee of experts from outside, not insiders only. And they will come out with a report by 15th August 2012. And no sooner it comes, we have a full report, so that any action to be taken, or whoever is responsible personally, we'll definitely take them to account, we'll definitely punish them. Apart from that, whatever the systemic deficiency we have, we will definitely address that. That's another part. But anyway, I'm telling you, as on today, on another at least 10-15 years to come, this will not recur, because our system is very strong. I must tell you that in the entire world, our power grid system, to be power grid system is second after China.
Okay.
And we have a very strong power grid system, such a beautifully built system. And there are power stations after power stations which are built, which are the best in the country.
Okay.
And best in the world.
तो आपका कहना है कि जो offenders होंगे, जो आपकी रिपोर्ट आएगी, offenders को penalize करेंगे, ताकि जो grid discipline है वो आगे maintain रहे. So initial report आपकी क्या कहती है, कौन से states हैं जो withdraw कर रहे थे power?
Of course, it is already on record. We have, there are some states which have withdrawn. And and we have given not one warning, we have given several warnings. Despite that, sometimes they feel that because after all, if they withdraw from our transmission line, to their system, then ultimately state, sometimes they need not pay immediately. That's how because if they have to pay to the other systems, within their own state, they will have to pay, upfront. They need not pay. This, sometimes, there are generators, also power generators after generators, projects after projects, where they are capable of producing the power, but the state respective state electricity board or their distributive system, will not have no money to pay. That's why, there is the underperformance by the various projects. This has to be given up. That's why, to strengthen the state electricity board or the distributive system agencies, we have now, central government, after consultation with the state governments, we have worked out a package so that, we make them financially viable tomorrow. And the matter is being, now we have circulated a cabinet note to come out with that kind of a package, so that once for all, we will make these SCBs, financially viable. And, it may come up before the cabinet immediately, and we are going to approve that package. And once that comes into effect, the process of building the SCBs will start.
मिस्टर मोइली के साथ ये बातचीत जारी रहेगी. हम अभी हाजिर होते हैं ब्रेक के बाद. तो आपका कहना है कि स्टेट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड को जो रिफॉर्म करने का जो आपका प्लान है वो ऑलरेडी कैबिनेट नोट के रूप में तैयार हो चुका है, और सर आगे ये कब तक फाइनलाइज होगा, और जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ये जो यूनिट्स हैं उनको हाइव ऑफ करने का भी कोई प्लान है इसमें क्या?
Yeah, we have, this is a real problem. We may produce power, but the number one, the SCB may not be in a position to purchase that kind of a power. Number two, the quality. Sometimes, it is ranging from 12% to 40%. There will be AT&T losses, transmission, losses. And, it includes the theft, inefficiency factor. The idea is that, we are working on many programs, through Government of India. We want to incentivize the distributing system to ensure that, these AT&T losses are reduced to the most minimum. Our idea is, of course, in the national level, the AT&T losses is to the extent of 28%. Of course, some states it will go even up to 40%, some state 12 to 13%. So my idea is that another 2-3 years to come, I would like to ensure that the AT&T losses will be reduced to the barest minimum of 12%, which is achievable. And by putting in appropriate system and the latest technology, it is quite, and also putting up the transmission system and also the power stations with the latest technology, it is possible to reduce that. If that happens, straight away we'll be saving how much by about the 15 to 17% of the electricity lost we'll be conserving, and to that extent the generation of the resources will increase, and at the same time more production of and the quality power will be given. Another point for the essential services, I think I am working out a very good well-structured scheme like the islanding of the power, like the metro railway. That should never stop. Like the railways, the aerodromes, essential service. I would rather like to extend this even to the farmers. Farmer is an important factor in this country. And suppose you don't give that kind of a power, he cannot produce. According to me, that is also an farming community is also an essential services.
कब तक हम देखें, कब तक ये तैयार हो जाएगा?
Now I am
implement हो जाएगा?
working. For example, day-to-day basis, I would like to every 3 months, I will ensure that this much of power should be produced, this much of reduction should take place. That is how I'll be working out. That roadmap will be ready. I am now going around the country, the whole meetings of the respective states in a given grid, given power grid, and I will sit there morning till evening, call the chief ministers and everybody and work on that.
आपने chief ministers की एक meeting बुलाई है, सर क्या agenda होगा?
This is limited to only to the grid crisis which has taken place 2 days, and we have convened a meeting on 6th of this month, and some of the chief ministers are coming, and some of them will be deputing their power ministers. I will expose them, these are all the problems, and I want their cooperation. Unless the state governments cooperate in this kind of because in a federalism, the power is the subject of the state government.
Right.
Unless they cooperate and respond or reciprocate, our mission will not be successful.
सर बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो अभी अटके हुए हैं, करीब 10,000 मेगावाट के वर्थ प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जिनमें कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कोई लिंकेजेस नहीं है, वो कमीशन होने के लिए तैयार है, गैस कोल लिंकेजेस नहीं है, तो आप एज न्यू पावर मिनिस्टर आप कैसे इसको टेक अप करेंगे?
My idea is that I am going to make a very intensive review of this. For example, within 3 months, which of the projects, hydro or the thermal or the nuclear, whatever these projects, which can be definitely commissioned or synchronized. And, I will concentrate on that. And, prevail upon the several agencies, whether it is a coal or the environment or any of these parts, I want to line them up and, ask them to cooperate. And to that is how, I would like to see that in every 3 months, there will be, substantial contribution to the national grid.
कब तक आपको लगता है ये पावर जो प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो अटके हुए कमीशन होने के लिए बिल्कुल तैयार खड़े हैं, कब तक आप इनको ये इशू रिजॉल्व कर पाएंगे, कोल गैस लिंकेजेस का कब तक आप इनको ऑपरेशनलाइज करा पाएंगे?
That's why I'm telling you, within 3 months, how many projects can be?
3 months. 3 months.
3 months. I'm sorry. Within 3 months.
Yeah.
Within 3 months, how many projects, which project, which state, I will be lining up.
Okay.
And provide full assistance to them. Then after that another 6 months time. Okay. And what are the projects which can be got ready. Okay. And that's how I think ever ready, that means the war footing, we will line up the projects so that, it is not once in a 5 year, we have this kind of a target, or once in a year we can have that kind of a project. In that case, I think 80,000 increased target for the 12th 5-year plan will be a reality.
मिस्टर मोइली से ये बातचीत जारी रहेगी। हम अभी हाजिर होते हैं ब्रेक के बाद। पावर मिनिस्ट्री में आप कितने सारे इनिशिएटिव्स के बारे में हमने सुना कि आपने ले लिए हैं ऑलरेडी और स्टार्ट इस पे काम हो गया है। अब मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स की तरफ से एक कंपनीज बिल जो है वो करीब एक डेकेड से अटका हुआ है, तैयार हो रहा है, लेकिन अभी तक उसने फाइनल अपनी शेप आई थिंक अब ले ली है। क्या वो आपको लगता है कि अब इस जो कमिंग सेशन है, मानसून सेशन में आएगा और ये फाइनल होगा और ये कंपनीज बिल 2012 कहलाएगा या नहीं? 2008 से काम चल रहा है।
कंपनी बिल of 1956, Company Act 1956, it had undergone 25 amendments.
Right.
But in fact, after 1991, there is a different scenario altogether in the country. There is a big emerging trends and responses, and liberalization of economy, and it is not just enough to have a fiscal reforms. It should be coupled with process reforms, the human resources reform, and also the governance reform. Unless it is all coupled with that, I don't think you can definitely the hanging fruits of the benefits of the liberalization cannot be derived at all. That's why I am targeting that the entire company bill is a very comprehensive bill, and is a very precise bill, and it will not only for today, for emerging another 20-25 years. This will throw upon the red carpet to the the growth of this great country. That's why the idea is that we fine tune everything, and it had gone to the standing committee. It came back. Thereafter, I introduced the new bill after getting the approval from the cabinet. Then again, when I presented it, I think some of the opposition, particularly Mr. Yashwant Sinha, who was the chairman of the finance committee, he said, "Why don't you send it back to the standing committee? In order to purchase peace and ensure that it will have a smooth sail." I readily agree. Okay. He has promptly sent the report. He has not made any major changes. Okay. Now, after having received the report, and now I have sent the proposal for consultation to few of the key ministries like the finance, the planning commission, and also the commerce ministry. I think within a week or so, the proposals will come back. Then I will organize the cabinet note and send it to the cabinet. And once I get the cabinet note, hopefully I will be in a position to present it in the monsoon session.
सर, डेक्कन क्रॉनिकल के अगेंस्ट एक कंप्लेंट है, उनके प्रमोटर्स के खिलाफ कंप्लेंट है। इन्होंने अपने शेयर जो है एक मल्टीपल टाइम्स प्लेज किए हैं। क्या ये कंप्लेंट, चीटिंग की कंप्लेंट क्या आपके सामने आई है? क्या आप इसको टेकअप कर रहे हैं? कुछ इसमें एक्शन ले रहे हैं क्या?
No, I saw only in the newspaper, and I don't think I should comment it on the newspaper report. Okay. But I will definitely get a report and find out the truth about it. And if anything to be done to proceed against it, we will not hesitate to do that.
सर, चिट फंड कंपनीज के खिलाफ काफ़ी सारी आपके पास कंप्लेंट्स आई, हमें पता चला है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स में, और इसमें ज़्यादातर केसेस हैं इन्वेस्टर्स की तरफ से। इन्वेस्टर्स का काफ़ी सारा मनी लेके उनको हाई इंटरेस्ट रेट जो है प्रॉमिस करते हैं और पैसा लेके कंपनीज भाग जाती हैं। तो किस तरीके की प्रोब आपने की है और क्या इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए आपके पास उनके लिए क्या सूदिंग?
Several ministries are involved in this chit fund and also vanishing companies. Number one, of course, Corporate Affairs Minister, we have the overarching, the dominance over this matter. But, the Finance Ministry will have to look into the, money laundering aspect, and the chit fund and other things, the Home Ministry will have to do it. That's why I want that a joint action will have to be taken. So I have, we had a meeting of all the three ministries. I personally held that meeting. We have taken some decisions. Now, thereafter, we are now formulated the action program. I have asked all our the ROCs and the regional directors to get into those action and also make proper inquiry and send up the report, so that we will definitely, after getting the reports, case by case, we'll proceed against them. Okay.
सर, GOM जो कंपटीशन इश्यूज पे बनी है उस पर तक क्या प्रोग्रेस है, स्पेशली विद रिगार्ड्स टू जो अमेंडमेंट होने हैं मर्जर एंड एक्विजिशन के थ्रेशोल्ड्स को लेके? सर, ये कब तक फाइनलाइज्ड होंगे?
Now it came up before the cabinet. Thereafter the cabinet has chosen appropriate that it has to be referred to the GOM, and now the GOM, because it was a little delayed because the Mr. Pranab Kumar Mukherjee became the President of India, so that's why Mr. Chidambaram is now the GOM president. First meeting he had held, and thereafter it was a very short issue, and we finalized everything. Now it should have been held on Friday, but Friday it could not be held because the matter has not come back from the Law Ministry. Now that I was told Law Ministry has cleared it, maybe in the next week the GOM will be in a position to finalize. No sooner it is finalized, I will take it to the Cabinet and get it approved. Then, possibly, hopefully, I will be in a position to bring the bill before the monsoon session of the Parliament.
All right, sir. We end it here, sir. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
All the best.
Thanks.